Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode from StudTech. And we're going to be doing some really cool stuff in today's episode. I have been doing some grinding of my own. Now, hopefully, you guys have been watching Hector's StudTech videos, and he recently got himself an angel ring. Basically, he beat me to it. It was something that I'd intended to get all along, but I just didn't have any way to get a whole bunch of wither skeleton skulls. Well, he found a skeleton spawner and put it in the nether so that it spawns wither skeletons. I went ahead and made myself a Tinker's Construct cleaver and put enough beheading upgrades on it to give it beheading 6. And to say that I've got a couple of wither skeleton heads is a bit of an understatement. I've got 52 of the things. So, we are going to fight ourselves a wither or two, and we're going to use the same method that Hector did. In fact, we're actually going to use the same spot that Hector did because it's already all set up, and the bedrock is all good, and everything is ready. So, we got some soul sand here. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, so we need to go 1, 2. Oh, actually, I need to be on the other side, don't I? Actually, I probably don't. But basically, the way that this works is you put down the wither on top of a piston, and then all you gotta do is flick the lever, and it'll push the wither up into bedrock, and he'll get trapped and pretty much suffocate. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna come way back here and hope that he starts suffocating. And I'm probably gonna fight this guy a couple times like this. There, he's trapped up there, and that'll let me kill him easily. It's a little cheap, but it gets the job done, and I'm going to need a whole bunch of nether stars, so I feel okay with it. I'm going to actually do this same fight a couple of times, because I'm going to need a bunch of nether stars for some of the things that we're going to be working on today. There he goes. So that gives us a division sigil, a nether star, which is the important part, and a miniature yellow heart as well. Now, we've already got an activated division sigil, so I'm not super worried about that. But it's all about that nether star. That's the whole reason that we need this. There's some really cool items that we're going to be making, which require a nether star to make. So I'm going to go ahead and do this fight a couple of different times, and I will be back in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and we have everything we need to make ourselves the angel ring, which is going to be super awesome. I cannot wait. So we're going to build it kind of away from a factory, because if I botch this unstable ingot thing, well, it kind of has a tendency to explode, and that's not good. There's another star. That's what I need. So everything we need is right here. So let's go ahead and get this done. And I'm going to go with dragon wings, because dragon rings are awesome. So, we do that, we do that. Got it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that is a beautiful thing, if I do say so myself. And what that means is I now have the ability to fly, just like I was in creative mode. That's what those wings do for you. Now, I don't really need this other stuff anymore, so we can take those off, just give myself the dragon wings only. And now that I've got the angel ring, I'm also immune to fall damage as well. So the traveler's armor, it still gives you some good things and some useful stuff, but I don't really need I don't need most of these anymore. I really just need the belt and the gloves, and that's pretty much it. So now I can swap it out for some vanilla armor, or for some other armor from another mod that's a little bit more protective, because as cool as the traveler's gear is, it's not all that great for actually protecting you, I've noticed. So we're going to put that stuff into this chest and grab just some good old-fashioned diamond armor. There we go. And then we can fly around. And I think, actually none of that's enchanted at the moment, but that's all right. So anyway, we've got ourselves now an angel ring, and that is going to come in handy and then some. But what we're doing in today's episode is I wanted to come back to the factory, and we really need an Enderman farm. We need one, and we need one badly. So what we're going to be doing in today's episode is we're going to be working a little bit on an Enderman farm. And what we've got down here is we've got a couple of these drums. Let me grab a few more, actually, while I'm at it. And those drums fill up with mob essence. Now, mob essence is basically a requirement for this Enderman farm. Oh, looks like that one's full. That's good. So we can put a new one down. Not full, not full. Okay. So you've got a full drum of mob essence, and there's already another one over here that's been filled as well. That's what that mob grinder that we built a couple episodes ago is for, is to provide mob essence for this farm. We've got the Enderman itself, but what we really need is we need to make an auto spawner. And I don't think... Oh, I actually have one made already. It's not too hard to make. Couple of emeralds, magma cream, sugar, plastic sheets, nothing major. So I've actually already got one. That's good. And then what we'll need to do is we're going to have to set up kind of like a little farm area, and that'll make this all go just much easier. So let me get some stuff together, guys, and I will be right back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got everything I need. I have an area set up here. It's a 7x7 room, and this is where our grinder is going to go. This is going to be our Enderman grinder, I guess we'll call it. These bats, I don't know if I talked about that, actually. We got rid of Mo creatures for a few different reasons, primarily mod conflicts and some of that kind of stuff. I think I talked about this. But anyway, we got rid of Mo creatures and we swapped it out for a different mod called Project Zulu, which kind of does the same thing, but does it a little bit differently. There's not quite as many super nasty hostile mobs, although they are still around. And it's just a better fit because it also is available for public release for the mod pack. So this brings us one step closer to being able to release this pack to you guys as well, which is of course a good thing. Now, this is without a doubt going to be a bit of an undertaking. I've never made an Enderman farm before. I think I know how I'm going to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, you'll notice that there's two spaces between the top of this and the bottom of this. And the reason for that is I want some space where I can run all the piping and conduits and stuff like that without having to show them. I want to keep them hidden because I find that stuff unattractive and ugly, and I just generally want to avoid having to keep that stuff around if necessary. So, this looks good. Our actual auto spawner is going to go right here. Just right on top. And we can actually, now that I think about it, we can probably put that there right now. Let's get up there. And we'll just put it right there. There we go. Go away, bat. I think I'm going to disable those in the config file. Those bats, they wouldn't be so bad if there weren't so many of them, but they're just constant. And it's kind of annoying, actually. I think there's a little bit too much in the way of bats. So I think I'm probably going to end up disabling those. But anyway. Okay, so this thing needs mob essence. And it needs power as well. Mob essence, we're running from right down here. And let's see. Let's take a look down there and figure out which one is which. Because I don't remember. One of them is for in and one of them is for out. And I need to take a look and find out which is which. So let's see. These are servos, so these are extracting it. So the farther back one pulls mob essence out. Okay, that's easy enough. I think I want that to go away because it looks a little ugly. And we'll connect that one up like that. There we go. So, one in the back, which would be this one. This is our mob essence in. And this is our mob essence out, which is going to come out of the grinder. So, let's take our temperate fluiduct. And we can hook that puppy up like... actually, why don't we have... Let's see... flux-plated fluiducts. That'll help us keep all of this stuff hidden. There we go. So now this can transport both power and mob essence. We have mob essence filling up in there, which is good. We'll also need to grab power from somewhere. Now that's going to be a little bit trickier, but I think we can still manage, because if I remember correctly, yeah, we've got item ducts here. If we come down here, we do have power. Okay. So now the question is, do I want to run this on a different circuit? Or do I want to just run it on the same circuit as the other one? I think I'll probably be okay running it on the same circuit. And all this stuff back here is hidden anyway, so I can just go ahead and bring it up, and nobody will be the wiser. There we go. See, this is one thing about the factory that I'm trying to design. I want it to be not only extremely useful, I also want it to be appealing aesthetically. I want it to look good as well. So, we've got the mob spawner here, which is great. It's got power, it's got essence, it has everything it needs to work. Now what we need to do is kind of build the shell around it and figure out where we want the actual grinder to go. I'm thinking we want to put the grinder in like right about here. And we'll kind of take the wrench, there we go, and we'll spin that around. So this is going to be the output. Actually, I'm thinking I want to move the grinder up just a little bit. We're going to put it right here instead. Maybe? Is that what I want to do? I don't know. Let me do some thinking on this, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got it figured out. I think I'm going to put the grinder right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll build a little section back here to run all the item ducts and all that kind of stuff. I think that's going to probably be the best solution. Let's also go ahead and get this wall kind of built up a little bit. Just kind of, you know, close off the room and all that kind of good stuff. There we go. And we'll go up. Let's see, it's an Enderman farm, so it needs to be at least 3 high. Otherwise, it's not going to work. But that's fine, because we want each level of the floor and everything to be, you know, 4 high anyway. So we should be okay. It is getting dark, so let me take a nap real quick. Let me get this all kind of looking good and fixed up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I have everything. The first thing we're going to need, we've got the room kind of pretty much ready to go, but we do need to set up some storage here so that everything will work. So what I've got is a couple of Java barrels, one for ender pearls, and actually I probably only really need 1 Java barrel. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't think I need more than that. I think 1 should do just fine, because pretty much the only thing that really drops regularly from Endermen are ender pearls. And those are what I really need. And then I think we'll do that, and we'll have one other chest right there, just kind of as like an overflow chest for basically everything else that isn't an ender pearl. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a filter right here, and we want a whitelist, and I am going to need one ender pearl, which we've got over here, so that should be fine. Ender pearl, there we go. And we'll bring that all the way over here and put that in there. And we'll just put one ender pearl in there. Just, you know, it works. Okay, now the next thing to do is we're going to want to go ahead and build this frame out a little bit farther, like this. And I think I want to put maybe like a little thing like that. Yeah, that'll do. Because then this is going to be a walkway, I believe. Is that right? No, actually it's not. The walkway is going to be down here. Let's use our hammer instead. Go a little faster that way. So actually, if the walkway is going to be down here, because I want this stuff to be covered up. That was kind of the whole point in doing it there. Let's see. We'll think about that. I'll think of some way around that, but we'll just kind of make a little, we'll make the little hallway that kind of comes out. How can I disguise that? I suppose I know what I could do. It wouldn't look perfect, but it will get the job done. What we could do is go, or actually we could make it look like it's something intentional. If we did that, took some of these caution blocks, and what we can do is divide them into covers like this, and I can just put that kind of stuff in. That way it looks like there's a little panel here, which basically covers all this up, and that should get the job done. Then we'll take some dark glass. This still opens, right? Yes, it does. Good, good, good. And then we just need the next part, which is, of course, the most important part, the addition of the mob so that these things spawn. So we'll take a reusable safari net, and I'm going to put an Enderman in there. And now it should start spawning Enderman. Let's close it off so that the Enderman can't actually get in there. Okay. Enderman, Enderman. Good, good, good. And there goes the grinder doing its thing. I think. I'm pretty sure that's this grinder. Why are we not getting ender pearls? We should be getting ender pearls. Okay, we're on whitelist for ender pearls. Unless the one downstairs is... No, there's no way the one downstairs is getting them. Are we just getting really unlucky? Let's take a look at our grinder. No, it seems fine. Go away, bat. This is not a good time. You too. Oh, there we go. Now the ender pearls are flowing in. Took a little while. But there we go. We've got ourselves an Enderman farm, which means lots of ender pearls, which means lots of liquid ender, which is what we really need. That's what I was worried about more than anything else. I don't know if it's going to be quite self-sufficient, but it'll be pretty close between the other farms and all this good stuff. We should be able to get a pretty solid amount of ender pearls. So guys, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. We need cobble. Ooh, man, I am running out of time really quick. We might go a little bit over on that one. If we do, it's not that big of a deal. But we need cobble, and let's see, we need to take out a spot right here, and we're gonna go